Hello, relatives. My name is Wayne William Snellgrove, author of Daily Medicine. Uh, I'm from the Fishing Lake First Nations, Saskatchewan, Canada, Saulteaux Tribe, Treaty 4 territory. My spirit name is Kanipawit Makwa, Stanley Bear, and people kind of asking me about what the genocide survivor and what that is and kind of what that looks like and kind of talk a little bit about that today and it's really um, well, let's just jump right in. The Canadian government stole me. They stole me right from the hospital, April 9th, 1971. This was a policy of assimilation. So this was a government policy. It wasn't like some sort of rogue agents going out there and stealing babies. No, there's thousands of babies were taken just like me, and I was taken right from the hospital. I was taken without my mom's consent, knowledge, or consent, and sent thousands of miles away. My first memory was of a large room and a lot of beds. My first feeling was fear. Um, I I knew this wasn't right. I knew this wasn't normal, and I knew this wasn't natural. That's all I knew. I didn't know much else, but I knew that. And that's kind of the way it was. Just kind of growing up. I kind of remember going from house to house. I don't quite knew what that was. I do remember being adopted though, and I do remember seeing these two people, and they were really happy. And then I didn't quite know what that was either. I remember being in an airport for the first time, and I didn't know what that was. The whole my whole life experience has been fear based. So nobody explained to me what adoption was. Nobody said this is your new family. Nobody explained what a family was. Maybe they did, but it's kind of like explaining the color blue to a colorblind. You know, and fear makes people, me, colorblind. It was just kind of like I don't know what that is. A family, what that is. You know, and I like I always felt like that if I wasn't perfect, like the perfect child, like after I was adopted, then they were going to send me away. If I wasn't healthy, if I wasn't nice, so I just kept kind of quiet, I didn't like one of the scariest things I remember was we moved to this house in New Jersey, and they said, well, go pick your room upstairs, and I was like, I don't quite know what that is. What are you talking about? And it was the first time that I remember having a room to myself, and that was new and scary, and I didn't understand that. I couldn't understand. Well, basically, what I really couldn't understand is why these people had me around, even why they love me. I could never understand that. Like I felt like a stranger. I felt like a guest. Um, I rarely felt comfortable, and there was really a rare moment that I felt normal. Like I don't even know what that is, but I always felt like at any moment that the other shoe was going to fall off, and that they were going to send me away. And that was my biggest fear. Is that this new family was kind of comfortable, and I kind of liked it here, but there was still in the back of my mind that what, Wayne, if you're not perfect, they're going to send you away just like everybody else. Because you are unlovable and you are unwanted, and that's the reason why your family rejected you. And growing up, we come up with our own ideas and our own solutions to what happened to us, And so the older I got, 5, 6, 7, I started looking in the mirror and being like, look, they're not native. And I kept on hearing around, this is the mid 70s, man. This is like, you know, um, there were no interracial adoptions. Like, not that I was the first, but it was like, I looked around, it was like, where's my mom? Where's my tribe? Where's my family? Everybody says like you come from a tribe, man. And the only thing I could think of was that I was rejected because of my cleft palate. and I stuttered. I had a terrible stutter, and growing up, and I said, well, that's got to be the reason why my mom and my family and my tribe rejected me, is because I'm not perfect, and that if they reject me over there, someday they're going to reject me right here, and in this family. Not, I knew what that was, Um, again, I just felt like a guest. I didn't feel like I was at home, and just scary, scary. You know, I was always waiting for that government car to pull up, and for me to just like grab me and hop in there. That's just one of those things that just rattle around my head all the time. And I can remember one day I was looking outside, and I could see all the beauty out there. I could see the trees. I could see. I think it was spring. I would look out the window a lot, quite a bit when I was young. Um, and I wanted to be part of that. I wanted to be part of the moon, the sky, everything like that. But I just didn't feel a part of anything. I was really sad. I cried a lot. My first suicide attempt was at age 7. I don't think my white parents even know about that. It was just kind of like, you know, I just, it was right around that time. I just feeling unlovable, rejected, undeserving of life. God, why are you doing this to me? And I can remember, I just like cried there. I remember just crying, just like I would cry myself to sleep like every night, And one day I woke up and said, you know what, I had enough of this, man. I just don't want to be here anymore. And I was 7 years old. And so I took like Scotch tape or masking tape, and I can remember just kind of wrapping it around my head, again and again. I would just hold my breath, and I knew. And I just wanted, God, I was 7 years old. I was 7 years old. I said, man, I just don't want to be part of this. I don't want to be part of this. And this will, I'll talk more about this in, later videos, but, that's kind of what it was like growing up, just, growing up, feeling very unloved.